Man looks at the surface, God looks at the heart. So a lot of people think that day one, group reported finding, workshop, corrective care plan are the most important thing. Well, to some extent, they are in our practices, but that's a big but, B-U-T. Just as important is when the person first comes in to the office. Man looks at the surface, God looks at the heart. What do they see? Do they see desks that are a mess? Do they see dirty floors? I'm hypothetical right now. Do they see walls that need to be painted, windows that may be dirty? What do they see? What do they visualize? Remember, we live a visual society. So when they come into our practices, what is their first impression? Is it a wow effect? Is it like, wow, this is an amazing office. Smells good, it's clean, and everything on the walls are messages about chiropractic. Wow, this is where I want to be. It's so important. It's just like if you walk into a restaurant or you walk into any place of business, and if it's disorganized, if it's a mess, if it's dirty, right? If the walls need paint, you may want to leave that place of business because of what it looks like. Because man looks at the surface, but God looks at the heart. And when the new practice member first walks in, or even a older practice member or a react, engagement. When the new practice member walks in, you want to, depending on what your office setup is, you would want to walk around the desk, the team member would, have a two-hand handshake, look them into the eyes of the window of the soul, and say, welcome. Thank you for being here and trusting us with your health, with a big smile. And then go back. And then if there's anything that they need to fill out, if they didn't do it online, the intake form, then the team member should come around and right there, even sit next to that person and explain it to them, the need of what they need to sign. It's so important. It doesn't matter how busy we are, because a lot of practices have a hole in the bucket. They may have a lot of new people that come in, but there's a hole in the bucket and they don't keep anybody. What I'm talking about is really how do we keep the new patients, because the new patients are going to remember that first impression and they'll tell other people immediately when they're driving home or calling up their spouse or their family or friends and letting them know, man, I've never been to an office like this. It looks incredible. I loved what was on the walls. I loved the messages about health, wellness, chiropractic. It was clean. It sparkled. It smelled incredible. That's what you want, gang, when people come into the office, because that same day they're going to talk about it and they're going to let everybody know about it, because day one, when they first come in, that's the first time their family members or friends are going to ask them about their experience at your office. So what type of experience happened that first day? Because it was a wow experience, they're going to refer. They're going to tell others. They're going to social media like, right? They're going to give a great review. That's what we want. That's how important in today's society that we're living in, first impression, day one, and then the continuation of when they come in. Are we having that big smile? What I like to have always with our team is a mirror at the desk or wherever you can put a mirror where you could actually look and see that your face is smiling, especially with a team member that's on the phone. They want to look in that mirror and they want to have it right in front of them and smile, because when people call up for appointments, they want to have a big smile on their face, because a smile is going to go over that phone into the other end, and the people are going to feel that smile. They're going to feel that glow of joy, right? And besides that, the Bible says that the joy of the Lord is our strength. So we want to have an experience when people walk into the office. That's why we want to have those big TVs in all the rooms, right? Playing testimonials or positive health information that would benefit the patients that come into your office. Another wonderful thing to do is when you go on your, could be a weekend, could be a vacation, whatever you do with your family, is to put that on the big TVs and let your practice members know this is what we did last week and this is what we did when we went on vacation, and show pictures and have it on the reel. That helps to create a wonderful family practice, and then people actually look forward to seeing what you did on your vacation. People are nosy anyway. They're going to ask you anyway. So why not just put it up there on the reel, go round and round that reel, man, and they sit there and they see it. And sure, they may ask you, but man, again, we live in a bigger society. When they see it, that makes them feel more part of your family. That helps to create an amazing family practice. So what's my point today? My point is, what is the new patient experiencing when they first come in to the office? Is it that wow effect? That's why when we do certain promotions, we tell you to have balloons and streamers, right? Why? It creates that wow effect. It creates wow. Something special is happening. Well, we want that something special to be happening every single day a practice member walks into the office. So they have such an amazing experience every time they're there. The more that you're able to do that, the greater the growth of the practice and the more referrals will happen. Remember, June 7th, it's coming up quick, man. New York, Dr. Ray's office. Talk about an experiential time, being in one of the largest practices in probably the world today. Dr. Ray, New York, don't miss it. It's going to be incredible. Bring your team. God bless you. You guys rock. And always remember, with God, all things are possible. Speak to you soon. Have a blessed day.